Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi and a very good morning. Okay, today we will continue our lecture entitled Food Habits, Food Waste and Fadism. Okay, we will go to the first subtopic, which is food habits. Okay, actually, what is food habits? Okay, food habits refers to why and how people eat, which food they eat, okay, and with whom they eat, as well as the ways people obtain, store, use and discard food. Okay, personal food habits are also developed as part of one's social and cultural heritage, as well as individual lifestyle and environment. Okay, what factors can contribute to food habits? Okay, different food consumption is between class. Okay, which is we have three class of food consumption. Okay, the first one is working class, the second one is upper class, and the third one is the upper and middle class. Okay, for the working class, okay, they prefer to having a heavy food, okay, fat and coarse food, while for upper class, okay, they basically, okay, concerned with the health and refinement, okay, eating exotic ingredients and foreign foods, and value the artistry, aesthetic and novelty of food and its preparations. Okay, while for the upper and middle class, okay, they use food consumption as a symbolic way of differentiate themselves from working class. Okay, okay, it is well established that people with lower social educations, okay, basically they have a higher prevalence of chronic disease, while the higher SES group, okay, tend to be closer to dietary recommendations, which is they more likely to eat fruits and vegetables, and also their food choice are motivated, okay, by health and weight control. Okay, the higher consumptions of food and vegetables affect overall the diet quality. Besides that, okay, lower social class, they tend to buy highly processed, low-cost, energy-dense food, which is cheap in calories, and sometimes, okay, they highly influenced by promotional discount. Okay, diorang akan beli makanan semasa harga direndahkan, okay, diberi discounts, okay. And then preference for energy dense, okay, foods may be due to managing a limited budget. Okay, disebabkan budget diorang berkurang, biasanya dia akan membeli makanan yang kurang berkualiti. Okay, besides that, okay, gender differences in food consumptions remain one of the clearest examples of social appetite. Okay, basically, okay, women eat differently to men. Okay, sometimes men can eat silo. Okay, dia boleh makan seorang-seorang, but women biasanya they eat in a group. Okay, and then the food choice is also one way which we signify gender. Okay, lelaki pilihan makanan dia lain, perempuan pilihan makanan dia lain. Okay, basically kalau lelaki dia akan pilih makanan yang memberi tenaga. Okay, sometimes women dia makan disebabkan oleh berbagai faktor lah. Okay, sekiranya kalau time sedih, okay, dia ada food choice yang tertentu. Okay, time dia happy, dia ada food choice dia yang tertentu. Okay, another factors which is contribute to the food habits or food choice is political issues, environmental, social, religion, cultural, and individual. Okay. Okay, for political influences, okay, food law and trade agreements affect what is available within and across countries, and also affect the food price. Okay, food labeling laws, okay, also determine what consumers know about the food they purchase. Okay, kat sini biasanya kita ada labeling law. Okay, apa makanan, apa ingredient yang boleh dimakan, apa ingredient yang tak boleh dimakan. Okay, then we go to environmental influence, which is derived from a composite of ecological and social factors. Okay, Food that are commonly and easily grown within a specific region frequently become a part of a local cuisines. Okay, however, modern technology, agricultural practice and transportation methods have increased the year. For social influence, members of a social group depends on each other, share a common culture and influence each other's behavior and values. A person's membership in particular peer, word or community groups impacts the food behavior. For examples, bila kita makan seorang, we have our own food choice. Bila kita makan dengan kawan-kawan, biasanya kita akan terpengaruh sekali dengan apa yang diorang makan. Religious influence, yang ni yang paling besar lah, which is range for a few to many, from relaxed to highly restrictive. This will affect followers' food choice and behavior. For example, macam kita orang Islam, kita ada makanan-makanan yang kita boleh makan. Which is yang kalau Islam dia ada halal dan haram. Sama juga dengan agama-agama lain. Contoh macam Hindu, dia ada larangan dia. Ada hari yang dia boleh makan, ada makanan yang dia boleh makan. Sama juga dengan Kristian dan others. For cultural, a cultural group provides guidelines regarding acceptable foods, food combinations, eating patterns, and also eating behavior. Compliance with these guidelines creates a sense of identity and belonging for the individuals. Maksudnya dari segi culture dia. Kalau kita pergi ke Japan, contohnya dia ada culture dia, dia ada food culture dia, and we need to follow to have a good experience on that. And the other one is individual influences, which is we have our food habits, we have our own food choice, which is it is unique. Ada yang kita suka, ada yang kita tak suka. Sometimes this preference like and dislike ni boleh berubah mengikut masa. Mungkin disebabkan oleh exposed by friends, families and others. Now we go to food waste. Actually in social science, food waste are the cultural, social and economic practices relating to the production and consumption of food. Food waste often refers to the intersections of food in culture, traditions and history. Food waste also is a set of behaviors that affect what people eat and how they affect the health and nutrition of a particular society. Behaviors adapt as a survival strategy for humans to live and reproduce. Food waste also important role in cultural identity. In that it is a part of a culture and has to be explored within the cultural context. The diets also influenced by biological, cultural and environmental factors, and all of these somehow contribute to food waste of a populations. Food waste are permitted by cultural belief and governed by systematic rules and ethics. Rules regulate what animals people hunt, what plants they grow, and how they share, prepare, and eat the foods. These rules are culturally constructed and differ from society to the next society. Food changes also happens for a number of reasons, which is the first one is environmental shift. The second one is food become linked to eat healthy. And the third one is food that has experience become cheaper. Food choice are not strictly determined by environment, but certain social and economic contexts do encourage some option over others. Next, we go to food fadism. Okay, food fadism is an idea about a food that has no factual basis and interests people for a short time. Okay, food fetish insists that food and nutrition are more significant than science has established. Okay. Okay, now fat diets. Okay, fat diet is a kind of plan where you eat a very restrictive diet with few foods or an unusual combinations of foods for a short period of time and often lost weight very quickly in a short time. Okay. However, most people then get fed up, start over eating and sometimes choose less healthy foods and pile the pounds back on. Maksudnya kat sini kita akan memilih makanan yang kurang kalori, kurang karbohidrat, especially for those who want to lose weight in a short period. Not always from diet that promise a magic bullet to solve weight problem without having to change lifestyle in other ways. Maksudnya kat sini dia nak kurang makan je, but the lifestyle still lagi sama. Tak bersenam, tidak melakukan aktiviti fizikal dan sebagainya. And sometimes promote eating mainly only one type of food. Maksudnya kat sini untuk tengah hari just makan cabbage, soup, ataupun just makan chocolate or eggs, or avoiding all cooked foods, the raw food diet. Start away from diets. Sometimes they only focus on appearance, rather than health benefits. Maksudnya kita nak tengok appearance kita je, daripada gemuk kepada kurus tanpa memikirkan the health benefit. Contohnya kita buat diet yang kurang kalori, yang kurang carbohydrates, impact dia apa kita tak tengok, but it will happen dalam jangka masa yang panjang. And then the same diets, sometimes they recommend to another person without account, for specific needs for that person. Maksudnya kat sini bila diet yang kita buat tu tak semestinya boleh diguna pakai oleh orang yang lain, because kita punya metabolism tubuh adalah berbeza antara satu sama lain. For the conclusions, we need to know our food habits, apa yang baik, apa yang tak, and then how we want to overcome sekiranya ada masalah-masalah yang berkait dengan food habits. Sekian, terima kasih. Thank you.